20 signs you might be dating a wrong person. 1. They don't respect your boundaries. Respecting boundaries is essential in any relationship. If your partner frequently ignores or dismisses the boundaries you set, such as needing personal space, time for yourself, or respecting your no, this indicates a lack of regard for your autonomy. Boundaries define where one person ends and the other begins. Without them, one partner might feel suffocated or even controlled. For example, if you say, "I need alone time after work," and they keep calling or showing up, it shows a lack of respect. Healthy relationships allow space for individuality, fostering trust and understanding. If they continuously push your boundaries, it might be their way of asserting control, which could erode trust and cause resentment over time. 2. They are overly jealous or possessive. Jealousy in small doses is normal, but when it becomes obsessive or possessive, it's a red flag. A partner who constantly questions where you are, who you're with, or demands access to your phone is displaying insecurity. While they may disguise this behavior as love or care, it's often rooted in control rather than affection. Over time, this jealousy can lead to isolation, as they might try to distance you from friends or family. For example, they might say, "Why do you spend so much time with your best friend?" or accuse you of cheating without cause. True love is built on trust, not suspicion or monitoring. 3. Communication feels like a one-way street. Good communication involves both speaking and listening, but if your partner dominates every conversation or shuts you down, it creates an unhealthy dynamic. For instance, if you try to express feelings about something that upset you and they respond with, "You're overreacting," it minimizes your emotions. Over time, this dynamic makes you feel unheard and invalidated. Healthy relationships thrive on open, respectful communication where both partners feel safe to share without fear of judgment or dismissal. If your voice is always silenced, it can lead to emotional distance and frustration. 4. They constantly criticize you. A partner who nitpicks or criticizes your appearance, habits, or decisions can significantly harm your self-esteem. For example, comments like, "Why do you dress like that?" or "You're terrible at making decisions," chip away at your confidence. Constructive feedback is one thing, but constant criticism is toxic. Over time, this negativity creates a power imbalance where the criticized partner feels inferior. A healthy relationship builds both partners up rather than tearing one down. If they can't appreciate you for who you are, they may not be the right person for you. 5. They don't support your goals or dreams. Your goals and aspirations should matter to your partner, even if they don't fully understand them. For example, if you're working hard to pursue a degree, start a business, or train for a marathon, a supportive partner would cheer you on. If instead, they dismiss your dreams as not practical or a waste of time, it shows a lack of alignment. A loving partner helps you grow, encourages you to pursue your passions, and celebrates your successes. Their indifference or negativity can stifle your growth and leave you feeling unfulfilled. 6. You feel unappreciated. Feeling unappreciated can slowly erode your confidence and happiness in a relationship. If your partner doesn't acknowledge the effort you put into maintaining the relationship, like planning dates, helping them during tough times, or supporting their dreams, it might indicate emotional negligence. For example, you might cook them a meal after a long day, and they barely acknowledge it, let alone thank you. Over time, this lack of appreciation can make you feel like your efforts are taken for granted. In a healthy relationship, both partners should consistently express gratitude and show each other that they're valued. 7. They hold grudges. Holding on to past mistakes is toxic and prevents a relationship from moving forward. For instance, if you apologized for a mistake weeks ago, but they keep bringing it up during every argument, it means they're using it to manipulate or control you. Healthy relationships involve forgiveness and letting go of past issues once they've been resolved. Grudges create a cycle of guilt and resentment, making it hard for trust to grow. A partner who refuses to let go of minor issues will turn every disagreement into an exhausting battle. 8. They have anger issues. Uncontrolled anger can turn a relationship into a minefield where you're always on edge. For instance, if your partner yells over minor disagreements, slams doors, or throws objects, it creates an unsafe emotional environment. Even if their anger isn't directed at you, frequent outbursts signal a lack of emotional regulation. Over time, you may find yourself walking on eggshells, trying to avoid triggering their temper. Healthy relationships involve calm and respectful conflict resolution. If they refuse to address their anger issues, it's a major red flag. 9. You can't be yourself around them. In a healthy relationship, you should feel free to express your true self without fear of judgment. If you find yourself constantly adjusting your behavior, opinions, or appearance to please your partner, it's a sign of incompatibility. For example, you might avoid sharing your love for a certain hobby because they've mocked it in the past. Over time, this self-censorship can lead to a loss of identity. A loving partner embraces you for who you are and encourages you to stay true to yourself. 10. They prioritize themselves always. Relationships require compromise, but if your partner always insists on having things their way, it's a sign of selfishness. For instance, if you constantly accommodate their preferences for weekend plans, but they never consider your desires, it creates an imbalance. Over time, this one-sided dynamic breeds frustration and resentment. Healthy relationships involve mutual respect and compromise, where both partners feel heard and valued. If they consistently put their needs above yours, it may indicate they lack the emotional maturity to be a supportive partner. 11. You feel emotionally drained. A relationship should uplift and energize you, not leave you feeling exhausted. Emotional drainage often comes from constant conflict, criticism, or unbalanced effort. For instance, if you're always the one initiating plans, resolving conflicts, or compromising, it can wear you out. Over time, this imbalance makes you feel like you're carrying the relationship on your shoulders. A healthy partnership involves shared emotional support, where both partners invest equally in maintaining the connection. 12. They're dishonest. Dishonesty, whether it's about small matters or significant issues, erodes trust in a relationship. For instance, if your partner lies about where they've been or hides details about their interactions with others, it creates suspicion. Trust is the cornerstone of a healthy relationship, and without it, insecurity and doubt creep in. A partner who values the relationship will prioritize honesty, even when it's uncomfortable. Repeated dishonesty is a sign they might not respect the foundation of your bond. 13. They have no interest in your life. A partner who doesn't ask about your day, your dreams, or your passions may not be emotionally invested in the relationship. For example, if you're excited to share news about a promotion and they respond with indifference, it signals a lack of engagement. Relationships thrive on mutual interest and curiosity. A partner who genuinely cares will make an effort to understand and participate in your world. Indifference, on the other hand, creates emotional distance and makes you feel undervalued. 14. You're not happy anymore. While every relationship has ups and downs, consistent unhappiness is a clear indicator something is wrong. For example, if you dread spending time with your partner or feel relieved when you're apart, it's worth reflecting on why. Relationships should add joy and meaning to your life, not detract from it. Prolonged unhappiness often stems from unmet needs, unresolved conflicts, or fundamental incompatibilities. If efforts to address these issues don't improve the situation, it may be time to reconsider the relationship. 15. They're unreliable. Reliability builds trust and security in a relationship. If your partner frequently cancels plans, forgets commitments, or fails to follow through on promises, it can make you feel unsupported. For instance, if they promise to pick you up after work but consistently fail to show up, it shows a lack of consideration. Over time, this unreliability can erode your confidence in them and create frustration. A dependable partner is someone you can count on, even for the small things. 16. They show no effort. Effort is essential in maintaining any relationship. If your partner stops trying to plan dates, engage in meaningful conversations, or resolve conflicts, it shows a lack of investment. For example, they might always leave the responsibility of keeping the relationship exciting to you while they remain passive. Over time, this creates an imbalance where you feel like you're doing all the work. A loving partner actively participates in the relationship, whether it's by surprising you with small gestures, initiating quality time, or showing interest in your happiness. 17. They compare you to others. Constant comparisons, whether to their ex, friends, or other people, can make you feel inadequate. For example, if they say, "My ex used to do this better," or "Why can't you be more like someone else?" it diminishes your self-worth. These comments create unnecessary pressure to compete with others rather than focusing on your unique qualities. A healthy partner values and cherishes you for who you are without making you feel like you're falling short of someone else's standards. Comparisons can sow insecurity and resentment, damaging the trust and love in the relationship. 18. They're emotionally unavailable. An emotionally unavailable partner avoids vulnerability and deep connections. For example, if they shut down when you try to discuss feelings or dismiss emotional conversations with phrases like, "I don't want to talk about this," it signals a barrier to intimacy. This behavior often leaves you feeling alone, even when you're together. Emotional intimacy is the glue that strengthens bonds in a relationship. Without it, you may find yourself craving a deeper connection that they're unwilling to provide. Over time, this can lead to frustration and emotional detachment. 19. They gaslight you. Gaslighting is a form of emotional manipulation where your partner makes you doubt your reality. For example, they might deny events you clearly remember or accuse you of being too sensitive when you express concerns. Over time, this erodes your confidence in your perceptions and feelings. Gaslighting creates a power imbalance, making you reliant on their version of the truth. A healthy partner validates your experiences and works with you to address concerns, rather than dismissing or twisting them. 20. Your inner circle doesn't approve. While your friends and family don't dictate your relationship, their concerns can offer valuable perspective. If multiple people in your life express discomfort about your partner's behavior or the way they treat you, it's worth reflecting on their observations. For example, if your best friend mentions that you seem less happy or more stressed since you started dating, it might be a sign of underlying issues. Loved ones often have your best interests at heart and can see red flags that you might overlook due to emotional attachment. Their disapproval doesn't mean you need to end the relationship immediately, but it should prompt honest self-reflection.